Playing an idle game will save our time a lot, especially while we are doing something at the same time, because this kind of games genre will not push ourselves to always stay in front of the screen. Mostly idle RPG games will play by itself and we only need to look after sometimes. This is the reason why I highly recommend you to play the idle game with an intense gameplay features, just like the game on this video. Remember to like this video and help us get 200 likes. Thanks. Top 10 Best Idle Games Android and iOS. AFK Mobile Games, Best Idle RPG Games Mobile. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Son of God. Son of God, this is a new best turn-based game with a great storyline. It has a semi-open world based game where we can explore a small area and get the story to continue the quest. We will see tons of storyline through the journey, but we are able to skip it and directly go to the next combat. Honestly, I really love how the graphic looks. It reminds me of Reverse 1999. And all of the heroes seem pretty small and chibi, but you will be surprised at how the visual looks. It's pretty dynamic with an insane skill showcase. The combat mechanism is pretty simple. We don't need a lot of strategy to win every combat. The hero doesn't have any mana points to unleash the skill. Even the cooldown does not really matter. We only need to build up the energy to cast the skill. The combat tutorial seems too long. In fact, the whole gameplay is pretty casual. I'm pretty sure when it's released on global, the developer will give an auto attack when we have finished the tutorial. The reason why this game will become the best idle game is because the developer is focusing on the storyline. In fact, we can speed up the dialogue and go straight into the battle with a very simple combat mechanism. Son of God game will become the best idle RPG games for Android and iOS. Jujutsu Sorcerer. Jujutsu Sorcerer. This game finally has the English version and that's playable to play right now only for Android platforms. Unfortunately, I'm not really sure if this game is the official from the developer or just made by the fans made, because we all know how many anime fans made game that available on Android and it always has the early access mode for a long time. This is the best example for you not to spend any penny, because the game is not globally released yet, so I suggest you all to play it for free as the best idle game gacha RPG. As an anime fan, this is one of the best Jujutsu Kaisen mobile games. I really give a huge credit to the developer making such an amazing skill showcase, and it's pretty similar to the actual anime. This game is truly 100% the best idle games because we don't need to do anything while in the combat. Every action will do automatically no matter of the basic attack or the skill we do. We can speed up the game twice, always try to make a great preparation of our hero like level up, quick equipment, break through the level. At the beginning, we'll get 2 ultra rare heroes within 5 stars rank. Jujutsu Sorcerers is the best idle RPG games with a high rate gacha game for mobile. New World. New World figure Voyage. As a One Piece fan, I'm super happy about it. I love how simple the graphics are. The developer really on point making every single hero, and it seems pretty realistic as the anime. Even I know it's not made by the official one, which I really appreciate their hard work. There is ton of free gift code to start on the game and making the game seems pretty easy to win. The gacha rate is actually not really interesting, but the developer gives us a lot of chance to summon the hero by using the ticket that we get every time we clear the mission. Sometimes we will get a surprise mission when we explore the sea by our ship, like facing the Mihawk or the Admiral, but trust me, their power is too overpowered. We need to grind and reach higher levels to be able to challenge them. The whole combat will do automatically, so we need to manage the heroes through the deploy set system and build up the team combat power. This is the best One Piece mobile game with the best idle RPG games concept for mobile. Reincarnate Slime. Reincarnate Slime New World. As I remember, we already have 3 titles of Reincarnate slime anime games on mobile, and all of those games are pretty generic with a gacha based game. But right now, this game has way more casual, which become an idle game. The whole game has a great voiceover and also has a different storyline as the actual anime. The gameplay has a combination of the real-time strategy games, which we can build up so many buildings to increase the production, and it will affect the effectiveness of gaining some items and character strength. Actually, we don't need to do a gacha to recruit a new hero. Along the journey, one by one the hero will join us. Then the combat mechanism of Reincarnate Slime New World is fully an idle RPG anime games. We are only able to deploy and manage the hero position before we enter the combat, always trying to place the hero based on the element's advantage. Then the rest of the game will play automatically in AFK mode. This is the best anime idle RPG games for mobile. Millennium Elf Tour. Millennium Elf Tour. All players should know this game. It's up to us on selecting playing on auto mode or not, because I think the game itself already tells us how good the graphics are. Seriously, I will give it 10 to 10 for visual at all. Everything seems pretty sharp with a huge attention to detail, especially on the character's design, and how the arena combat is pretty impressed me at all. The combat mechanism makes me confused on how to unleash the skill, which is the energy crystal that we gain each time we hit their target. Please help me on how to cast this aura by the comment below. Let's get back into the gameplay of the Millennium Elf Tour. So all of the heroes are female. It seems the developer is targeting the man players to enjoy it. Even the appearance and how good they're shaped is getting a lot of concern by the players. In combat, I prefer to tap the auto button, so our hero will unleash and select the skill randomly and lock the target randomly as well. Sometimes the auto button is not really helpful because the enemy with a lower HP will not lock as the priority. So be considered to play it idle or focus more. Millennium Elf Tour is the best idle RPG games for Android and iOS. Reverse 1999. Reverse 1999. This is one of the best gacha based game. Seriously, it has a high gacha rate base. It's more than the other gacha game. Seriously, we need to do a few 10 times summons and we can easily get the top tier with 5 stars. Until right now, I'm still falling in love with the visual and how the game has a very unique background music. It's bringing us into a previous world in 1999. Everything seems so nostalgic but blend perfectly in a modern art style. The combat mechanism of Reverse 1999 is we can increase the amount of our damage by combining the same types of card. It will indicate how strong our damage will become, but to grant the greatest damage, we can collect 5 orbs and the ultimate skill will be unlocked then. This skill is really effective on dealing a massive damage. At a certain point, we can unlock the auto features with the idle mode. Reverse 1999 is the best idle game Android and iOS RPG genre that has been released globally and available to download in any country. Champion Arena. Champion Arena. This game is one of the best idle games if you only have a mid-range phone or even low-end spec. Seriously, it will run perfectly on your devices and get the best games experience. The gameplay runs smoothly and how the game speed looks so fast when we have an action. In the first 20 minutes, I didn't get any problems facing any enemies on any stages. Just by tapping the auto button, the game will automatically set the best strategy on combining the skill card and 100% will don't even need to think about our next movement. By using the idle mode, I'm sure the game picks the best possibility to lock the target. Actually, every hero is able to pick 3 different elements card, the red card, yellow card and also the blue card. Always try to master elements advantage to deal more damage. Champion Arena is the best idle game for low-end phones. Magical Hero All-Star. The Legend of Magical Hero All-Star. From the game's name, we have noticed it about the game. Yes, we are able to play the anime characters in All-Stars. They are like a Dragon Ball team One Piece theme, Demon Slayer theme, and Yu Yu Hakusho theme, which those themes are available to pick since we started the game. But we are also able to get another hero through the gacha. I will admit this game is the best idle game anime RPG for mobile right now. The graphic and how the character looks is pretty impressive and looks so realistic, but hold on, you must see how the skill visual looks like. It's impressed me a lot. The skill doesn't have any visual effect or cutscenes which make the combat even faster to finish. Overall, I didn't see any storyline, it's purely an idle game. In combat, we don't need to touch any buttons because our hero will decide the action on their own. Try to push your rank on the worldwide by challenging the other player teams. But never underestimate them, their power will be bigger than the common enemy, because mostly the other player's team has enhanced with the equipment. The Legend of Magical Hero All-Star is the best game idle RPG gacha game for mobile. Aurora 7 Plus. Aurora 7 Plus. This is a remake of Aurora game that was available to play on Play Store before. This game finally making a new version which the whole visual is becoming better. But the main problem is I cannot understand the language at all because the game doesn't have any English yet. So far, the developer has improved in combat mechanism to become more attractive, where we can increase our damage by making a combo. The combo can be raised by successfully hitting the enemy. The higher combo you make will determine how big your damage will deal into the monster. In fact, we can boost the combo score by wielding our sword because it will give an area of effect range, while in the combat we can switch the hero freely. Even though it is an action RPG game, but we can tap the auto button and the hero will fully do an idle mode. Aurora 7 Plus is the best action RPG idle game for Android. Infinite Magic Raid. Infinite Magic Raid. I don't know how long this game will take to finish the beta. It's been a year already and still it's in beta testing on the Play Store. The one thing that I really love playing is because the game speed can boost 4 times faster. So every single battle will finish in a flash. Only a few seconds, then we can continue into the next stages. The graphics are absolutely top tier. We can get the hero on through the journey. I didn't find any storyline as well. The game is only focusing on building up our heroes at all. Honestly, I prefer to touch the auto button because it's nothing different when we do an idle mode or not. The hero will pick the best skill that is ready in use. The material that we need to level up our hero can be earned easily after clearing the stages. Infinite Magic Raid is the best idle game RPG for mobile. Pod Alternative Imitation. Bonus Pod Alternative Imitation. As a bonus, I would like to put this game in because if you realize that your pawn is just a low-end pawn, then you can start to manage it as your main idle game to play daily because the gameplay will be done faster. We don't even know how easy our character looks like in combat. We'll play as an avatar and the hero with the highest tier rank will have the special effect skill. The voiceover hit me a lot. It sounds so cute and fun. These all are the best idle game RPGs for mobile, and I'm sure you will love this game because our team is picking the best graphic one and with an interesting gameplay. Remember to support this channel by tapping the like buttons and help us to reach 200 likes. See you on the next video. Thanks.